Greetings everyone, I am Lotus Prince, and for this Let's Play we are going to tackle Sentient for the PS1. This was a Patreon request, it's a viewer's choice. This is something of an oddball game. I hadn't even heard of it before it was requested, but it sure is interesting. Get a load of the description on the back of the box. You are sent to the Icarus space station to investigate the outbreak of radiation sickness. Upon arrival, it quickly becomes evident that radiation sickness is the least of your worries. The captain has been murdered by a mysterious onboard assassin. A power struggle has ensued to see who will take over, and the ship is careening dangerously toward the sun. Do you take the easy way out and save yourself, or take the more courageous route and save the entire ship? Your decisions determine what happens next in this unique sci-fi role-playing adventure. And then descriptions of how the game works. Unparalleled in-game artificial intelligence automatically randomizes subplots, so it's never the same game twice. Kind of. Unique communication feature allows you to interact with over 60 characters. Yup. Characters react and express a variety of emotions based on your intercommunication and actions. Actually true. 200 real-time rendered locations to explore. Yeah, this game is massive. The thing is, you can beat it in an hour and a half, but figuring out what to do and exploring the place, that's a whole other story. To the point where the instruction manual actually intimidated me when I first took a look at what this game was supposed to be all about. They give you the universe now, and they talk about 52.7 AE, after Exodus, new hegemony, there's the Senatorial Council on Alternative Resources founded, there's the Icarus space station itself, there's the crew, there's, they give you 5 crew members for samples: captain, head of security, chief science officer, chief medical officer, chief engineer. They give you communications that we've received on board. You'll get those via in-game cutscenes. They give you the story so far, more detailed on the back of the box. They give you control menus, speech bubble confirmation, controller configuration, difficulty menu, how to talk to the crew, carrying objects, mood, numbering system for pillars so you can navigate the place, because there are 4 decks on the space station, and each of these are divided into octants and rings. It's disorienting at first. Suzy screens, because Suzy's the big onboard AI, station plans, database access, Icarus machines, machine management systems, food and recreation, utilities, medical lab, atmosphere, weaponry, mining, instruments, thrusters, shielding, Suzy core. There's a whole page just for that. Power priority, they give you a mini walkthrough, a step-by-step guide for the first area of the game. Like, oh my god, this was the most confusing thing when I first saw it. But the thing is, once you get used to the game, it does become playable. The thing is, there's a lot of intrigue going on this space station, as you heard with the description, but it is careening into the sun. This whole game is timed, so either you just run out of time and get a game over ending, which is a kind of ending, or you can try doing other things and getting other endings. Now, I looked this game up on GameFAQs to see if there were walkthroughs and what the ratings were on this thing. The ratings were pretty low, but it's not because the game is bad. It's because the people didn't know what to do, because the controls are pretty unconventional, and the figuring out what to do is quite difficult. This game is not very intuitive. So there were some people who couldn't get past the first couple of rooms, and I don't blame them, actually. This was a very difficult game to figure out, even with a guide. And when I went to YouTube to look up how to play this thing, and to see if anyone else had done it, there were a few videos that gave this game like 15 minutes. Here's the game we're looking at today. It's called Sentient. Play, play, play. Whoa, that was pretty fun. See you next time. There were a couple of walkthroughs that made it to an ending, but as far as I'm aware, I'm gonna possibly be the first person to show you every ending this game has to offer, and that was not easy to figure out. Even the relatively comprehensive guide on the internet I found did not cover everything. So we're gonna get into some interesting stuff. So I'm gonna try to show you the various paths that lead to different endings, and even then, that won't be 100% of what this game has to offer, because this game has, honestly, more to offer than is reasonable to record. So with that all said, let's prepare for a frankly underrated game, because this is pretty rockin'. Let's go crazy. Old school PlayStation. Cyanosis. And just an image for a loading screen. We're going old school. Presented in Dolby Surround, but that's a cool logo. This is pretty catchy. Damn, that was really good music. I was getting into that. Ooh, and here's our menu screen. So start and load, of course. Audio. Spot effects? I mean, I think we're good. I kind of like that little sound, though. Control. Yeah, this is something I will admit, I did take a look at this game before I'm recording this now because it took some serious getting used to. Speech bubble confirmation means, like, everything in this game is speech bubbles, whether it's your thoughts or anybody talking or what. So the confirmation means that when the speech bubble pops up, when the words finish appearing in the bubble, the game will pause and the music will stop and everything. Really? On the damn menu screen? So, everything freezes until you press confirm, which is great for reading out loud, but it's really disruptive of game flow because everything is speech bubbles, so I'm going to keep it off. Difficulty. Disease spread. Respect for player. Ship simulator. Whoa. Huh. I think we'll just work with what we have. Okay, let's start the game. When they have worn all of their earths away, and only then shall they truly turn to their skies. Taken from, that's really hard to read. That's really hard to read when it's stretched out like this. Book 4, verse of something. I could not read that. Oh man. Oh man.
He's burning up. Get the restraining belt.
Heart rate's in the stratosphere. Breathing's irregular.
We've got to calm him down. 24 units of aminoxin.
24 units of aminoxin.
He's stabilizing. This is the worst one we've seen. Kamek, I'm late for an important meeting. If he regains consciousness, contact me immediately.
Yes, Doctor. The medical relief team were due over an hour ago. Any idea where they are, Doctor?
Senatorial Securities Act. We thank you for your compliance. You are now approaching Icarus Station. First, you'll encounter ambient temperatures of well over 120 degrees. Overexertion can easily lead to heat stroke, dehydration, or much worse. Stop and rest the moment you feel yourself growing weak. Second, water is a rare commodity. Try not to waste it. Water wasters will be sent before a tribunal. Third, in case of emergency, return to your quarters. Wait for a security officer to advise you how to proceed. Don't move around the station while the emergency klaxon is sounding. You might be mistaken for an intruder. Finally, remember Icarus is a primary security zone. Security personnel are authorized to liquidate anyone threatening the station.
Whoa. Our brightest hope for a better tomorrow. Yeah. This is a really ambitious opening sequence.
I do hope this is important, Jurel.
I don't think you'll be disappointed, Senator.
Chief Jurel, Science Section reports another burst of unusual activity in the sun.
Any idea what's causing it?
No, sir, but it's the largest fluctuation we've seen.
All right, let me know if there are any developments. The incoming medical shuttle just finished beaming over our inbound communiques. Data Central have reason to suspect that Shatterjack has infiltrated this station. They believe that you are his likely target.
What? The political assassin?
You've heard of him.
Of course I have. He murders 27 government officials, and you fools let him on board this station. As head of security, I hold you personally responsible.
It gets worse, Senator. What's Captain Lovey told you about the recent decrease in mining efficiency?
He told me it was because of the plague outbreak. The emergency medical team should sort that out when they arrive.
It's not the plague. Our orbit has been steadily declining for the past 96 hours. We've had to divert energy from mining to the thrusters, and that's brought us another 72 hours before we slide into the sun. We're trying to solve the problem, but it's not easy. Data Central are aware, but I'm warning you now in case you want to leave the station.
I have to stay here.
Incoming shuttle. I have you on Vector 771.
My God.
Vector 4 Mark 4. Very good, shuttle. You are clear for rendezvous. Shuttle, I'm picking up full band interference on your off track.
That's a mech warrior.
Identify. Shuttle.
This is a seriously long opening sequence. It's cool as hell, but like, man.
Chief, we've been hit by a level 7 solar flare. The entire top disk has been irradiated, and Chief, that incoming shuttle didn't make it.
Condition 0. No one is to go near the top disk without my authorization. Get a report from engineering and let's get a search organized. Full radiation protection. I just remembered. The captain was down on the shuttle deck. I'm gonna look for him. Senator, you should return to your quarters.
I expect to continue this conversation as soon as possible, Jurel.
Dr. Lovey, I need your help. Meet me in Sector C in 5 minutes. I can't explain right now. Just be there.
And I'm sorry about the lack of subtitles, I have no say on that. That was a lengthy opening. But oh boy, just you wait. Wait till you see how this game's controls work, because it took me considerable time to get used to them. But first, psychedelic spinning disc. Wake up to this. The air. I can hardly breathe. Alright, so left and right turns me left and right. Up and down moves me up and down. Holding the R button, I can look up and down like this and strafe. Pressing circle allows me to move around with the mouse because I have a mouse pointer, and I can examine things in green. So steam spray. It's a steam spray. The station is some dangerously high pressure systems. Sensors indicate radiation contamination in Bay Area. Bay Area satisfies criteria for full isolation. Procedure engaged. You see, this is why I would want the dex bubbles to stop, but 2 minutes to evacuate. But trust me, it's a bad idea. So what I want to do is triangle as my menu. Medical scanner, examine, use on, radiation detector, credentials. My credentials, not my best photo, that. Sharona G. Sharona. My Sharona. So medical assistant. Well, in any case, we got business to take care of. So first thing I'll do is I'll look at this rubble. Some kind of clothing. And I found the clothing. So now I look at the clothing. Self-contained microenvironment within a lightweight suit. Okay. So I'll pick it up. And and we got a person over here. Medic. I need help. So at this point, we got this gigantic menu system. Do you have items? You know, does Blank have access to? Like, look at this is insane. So what I am gonna do is give the first aid kit that I have. Take this. It's a first aid kit. I'm indebted to you. And he gets up. Hooray! That should kill the pain until I can get to sickbay. Now, let's hope we still have time. You'll need this. It's the shield activation key. There's no time for this. Come on. Be advised. Sensors indicate... You engage the shield cell up in the airlock. Sensor activity, solar flare imminent. Be advised. 1 minute remaining until isolation of Bay Area. So now, there's this thing. I need to use the shield key on. A manual override panel. It's in the Bay Auto Systems fail. Or if for that reason. So what I do is I use my activation key. Use on. Item in room. It's a clunky interface, but I really can't think of much better when I'm on the PlayStation 1. Manual override for base shields is recognized. Let's go. The door will only stay open for a short time. May continue to activate shields. Again, this is why pausing would be good, so I can read this text easily. But like, the pain, I must rest a moment. But look at how much text there is. The game would be stop and go forever. Main door sealed, emergency access. Alright, so I'll follow you. And we're in. Hold it right there. Drum, blast that man. Wait, what? Now, wait a minute. Silence, engineer. Drum, execute that order. Now. Don't be afraid, it's only a stun gun. Oh. I can't even turn. Oh no. Game over? No. That's supposed to happen. But, whoa. What is this place? Am I dreaming? I'm in like a giant hedge maze. Have fun dealing with this. And there's no sound except for ambient, like, wind blowing. It's a bit kind of eerie. Oh, good. Okay, this looks different. Oh, beautiful. All right.
Xian, aren't you my wife?
No,
Who are you?
Jian. Sometimes.
Who are you?
Come on, Garrett. Get with the program.
Who are you?
Who am I? Silly question. Who are you, Garrett?
What is this place?
Who is this place? I can't tell you, but if you find me again, I'll give you a clue.
Oh my god, that was confusing. Also, those are some Sega Saturn looking graphics on the faces. Good lord. Ah, welcome back to the land of the living. You and Cargenom take the prize for this cycle's narrowest escape, my friend. You saved his life. Who do I tell him he can thank? Well, I do have the credentials from before, right? Here, take these credentials. What are these? I see, the medic we've been expecting. Jolly good. Your reception must have suggested that we weren't looking forward to seeing you. But I assure you, the heightened security is necessary. We have a very important guest aboard the station. What I'd like to know is how did he survive the shuttle crash? Come, my dear Vusto, extend the gentleman a little courtesy. Sorry, Doctor, but I can't understand how he survived the shuttle crash. He could be anyone for all we know, and what with the rumors about Shatterjack. I've seen his credentials and they appear to be in order. What more do you want? The data from the flight recorder would be nice. I apologize for my colleague's suspicious nature. As I said before, security are a little jumpy at the moment. As far as I can see, you present no immediate danger to us. Still, if you could stay within quarantine just to be safe. We don't want you being shot by security now, do we? I'll notify the medical chief that you need to be granted clearance. I'm certain Dr. Lovey will be happy to accommodate you. The shields. Did we secure the shields? Nurse, the shields. Did we close the shields? And you, real quick. Because I have all these things I can talk to him about. I want to do the special. Who is the guest? Who is the special guest at the station? The big cheese senator is on the ship. So at this point, make a statement. Now I have senator on ship as a thing I could say because I learned this. That's all I wanted from him. Now, for you, good sir, I want to thank you. You saved my life back there. If you hadn't acted so quickly, we'd both be dead now. You'll always have friends in engineering. Remember, my friend, we turn to the skies. Be advised, level 4 solar flare imminent. Sensors indicate only partial presence of shielding for upper levels. Be advised, incapacity of geodome shielding result of damage sustained during previous corona activity. Recommend immediate evacuation of upper levels until full status can be determined. Try to rest, Cargenom. You've had a nasty shock, but you're safe now. Everything's going to be alright. Damn, we got ambient NPC conversations? Or ambient? That's really cool. Also, turn to the skies. That guy was giving me some kind of hint. So we can do all sorts of stuff now. Like, they mentioned his name was Cargenom, right? So, who are you? Me? I get called Heather Cargenom. Like, that's super cool. There are a lot of people on the station, too, so it actually pays to know who people, or what people's names are. Be advised, damage to shielding and internal structure of levels upper and middle geodome. Medical attention required on upper geodome. Recommend engineers to middle geodome to undertake structural repairs. Yeah, well, once again, with the option to freeze the text bubbles so I can read them in time, it's a little hard for me to keep up reading out loud, but it would disrupt the flow of the game so badly if every single text bubble paused the game. Who are you? I am normally called Quidgemagum. See, what's cool about asking questions like that is I can do something like, where is... Oh, you must be Shirova, right? I know it isn't standard routine to release patients from observation without first conducting all relevant tests, but I have no choice. You're free of quarantine as of now. I have no reason to suspect that you pose any real danger to either yourself or the crew, and I need all the space I can clear down here right now. That last flare needs analyzing so I can tailor a treatment for the injured crew. Malachek should be compiling a report right now on medical research. First thing you can do is go fetch it for me. I'm issuing you with a deck pass. Oh, and another thing. Welcome to the team, Shirova. Yeah, what I was talking about a second ago, though, is I can ask, like, where is blank located? And I could do person from list, and then Heather Cargenum, I learned his name. Malachek, she told me him. Quij Magum, the person I just talked to. Engineering, that person's of high importance, which is why he's on the list already. Same. And these are all, like, the top people. Well, Drum and Vusto, I got their names in the opening scene. And this is the senator. So, if I ask people their names, it'll get added to that list if I ever want to find out where somebody is or things like that. It's super cool. In any case, now we have business to attend to, and this place is difficult for me to navigate, because everything is circles. So, 283 to the left, 243 to the right. So, I'll go like 240s, 250s that way, 280s, 270s to my left. So where I want to go right now is actually 243, so it's not far from me. I'll see what I can do. Okay. Bye. So I keep moving. Trust me, you do not want to watch the first recording I did of this part of the game, because I was bumbling around and not knowing where anything was. It was pretty bad. But here, I'm in room 243, and what I'm looking for is... It actually pays to look up and down, which makes this game pretty hard if you don't know what you're doing. But there's this. So I'll pick it up, and examine. Dr. Azira personally recommends decreasing the orbit and not informing the engineers. So then I'll read the thing. To Dr. Drail Drasan from Head of Science, Azira. This is just to confirm the details of our recent meeting. As you know, astrophysical data shows that our orbit over the Sun is rapidly decaying. As expected, the modifications have kept the engineers oblivious to our orbit alterations. Estimates show we have over 72 hours to impact, more than enough time to implement our correction plan. I have discussed the situation with my staff and they concur. To rectify the orbit, we must compile a special power boost program and apply it to the telemetry control. Such a boost will enable us to increase the power flowing through telemetry by 107 terawatts, vectoring up a leeward acceleration of 77g. This is more than enough thrust to correct our orbit. On a further note, ACRDL is still go. Despite recent problems, I still believe we can make it work. I shall continue testing. I suggest you do the same. Keep me informed. Report ends. P.S. Those fools, Dr. Lovey and Garrulax, still have no idea. Whatever you do, keep quiet. Holman Azira. This person sounds all kinds of shady. My god. And I love those fools. He's like a mustache-twirling villain, I guess. In any case, we now need to go and look for other things. That was not the document I was told to find. I didn't talk to anyone to get it. That was just a report I'll need later. For now, though, I am looking for room 284. Also, that's slow down. So it's a little bit quicker this way. I'm counting down to 211, and then it'll loop back around. Ooh, slow down again. In any case, here's 284, right? Not so bad. Ah, Mr. Sirova, how fortunate for you that we should meet in this way. Okay. Well, going in. Garrett Sirova, a pleasure to meet you. It has been decided that the time has come for you to meet with the members of the station's engineering faculty. It would seem that Garrulax has a proposition to put to you. I think that you would find it of great personal benefit to speak with him in his quarters. And another thing, Mr. Garrulax does not like to be kept waiting. I know. I know. Do I know? Alright, in any case. I'm looking for this. Pick it up. So we have, Kaon Detection OUT, number 113. Date, Kenyan count, 4 hourly. One set, just numbers. I don't know. I have no idea how this could be. There is no rational explanation for increases of this magnitude. Yeah, they all are increasing. We must watch for increases in crew illness, particularly the engineers. We must find the cause of this increase, and a defense against it, or we'll soon be dealing with dead crew members. Medtech von Medler. Damn. And I guess let's take a look at the, what does this say? The medics don't seem to know what's going on. Yeah. Alright, we're out, and now this part's, a quick one. All we need to do is go directly across from us. I suggest you stay clear of the partition field, sir. It may look like a harmless little light, but that field generates enough energy to throw you clear across the room. Jeez, okay. And pick up. The science personnel are deliberately decreasing the station's orbit to increase mining productivity. They're putting the whole station at risk. And then we have the science dossier. Copies to Azira, science dossier, priority restricted internal record. Dr. Azira, Kenyan count increase is proceeding within allowable parameters. To allow for increased collections levels in the short term, the station's orbit should be marginally decreased to a level that is possibly within that of the unpredictable zone of the corona. If you agree, implementation will be carried out by the science section only as per previous conversation ASAP. Dale Drassen. Man, just like more and more weirdness going on, huh? Well, in any case, that's probably enough information gathering for right now. It took me a little while to figure out how to do this, because you can save whenever you want, but as you can see, pressing start pauses the game, square, this is triangle, square backs out, X talks to people, circle does the mouse thing, L and R don't do anything unless, I don't even know if, oh yeah, R2 opens doors, R1 allows me to do this, L1 and L2 are for something later, so how do you save? Well, it's start and then select, because of course it is. They can't just take you right to this when you press start. No way. Instead, this. Then this. Come on now. In any case, we'll save our game. Yeah, this is something that took me by surprise. Like I said, I had done a file of this that didn't go so well, but 6 blocks. Like, this game is gigantic. In any case, we'll overwrite the game. Now, I'll skip this in future installments, but I want you to see just how long it takes to save the game. It's pretty crazy. And I kind of don't blame the game for this, because what it covers is massive. Like, the game's short, but there's a ton going on in it, so yeah. These files are huge because all sorts of stuff matters. So saving's completed. Now we go back to the game, but you kind of have to load going back to the game. It's out of control. There we are. Okay. Well, now that we've gotten through that, it is time to stop the installment. Well, we certainly made a lot of progress today, didn't we? We started to get a hang of the controls in Sentient, and these things are pretty weird to get used to on the PlayStation. But at the same time, this game has all kinds of atmosphere, and NPCs are actually people with their own personalities. It's crazy. So we're getting a hold of this space station we seem to be on, and we're gathering information, and apparently there's a conspiracy afoot. That's a lot of information to take in for something that's only the very beginning of the game. I guess we'll see where this takes us. Until next time, everyone.